Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Renzo. Let's paint the Pfeiffer. Okay. Hello, Mervat. Let's paint. I'm gonna use synthetic brushes. The color I'm gonna use are titanium white, cadmium yellow, cadmium red, alizarin crimson, cobalt blue, and ivory black. Okay. I'm gonna make a sketch. I'm mixing just white and black. Okay, let's see. Hello, Mar. Hello, Eve. Hello, Michael. Okay, here's gonna be the face, the head. Okay, here's my space for mixing colors. Okay, first thing, let me look for the center line of the face around here, the line for the eyes, around here, okay, eyebrows, nose, and chin. Okay, what's my plan for today? Since the image doesn't have too much contrast, I was planning to start just painting the skin a little bit darker and then add lighter colors on top of that color. I'm gonna mix yellow, alizarin crimson, and cadmium red, white, and black. Let's see if this color is okay. I'm trying to just to think that I'm gonna add on top of this all the light colors. Okay, all the skin light colors. Let me see if this is okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of linseed oil. Let me see, this is for the hair. Okay, now let's add on top of this some lighter values. I'm gonna go trying to get the lights just little by little, okay? A little bit of white, yellow, cadmium red, and alizarin crimson. White and black. Okay, let's see. Here I have the face. This color is for the forehead. Now one cheek, the other cheek here. I still can try. Still, I see the line for the eyes. Okay, right now I'm measuring from here to here to here, the same distance. Okay, now a little bit lighter. Hello Eve, hello Michael, hello Mar, hello Sherry, Spartak, yeah, Wimmer, hello, hello Monique. Okay, let's continue. Okay, now what I'm trying to do is just light up the color, the skin color little by little, but try to keep darker around the face. In this way, I can keep the volume. I'm doing this because I mean, this image doesn't have too much contrast. And it's just like trying to find the volume of something like something spherical, and I'm gonna do that. I mean, going little by little. Like when I'm applying this, I'm not gonna go and apply this to the contour of the face. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it here in the, let's say, the lid area of the face. Okay, now that's the way I have to start building up volume. I mean, in this case, you know that if I have an image that has a lot of contrast between lights and darks, that's going to be different. But in this case, I think this is going to work a little bit later. Now, let me go with the lightest light. It's going to be here and here, I think. And of course, the nose is always, there is a highlight in the nose. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to stop there. I'm establishing right now value and volume. I don't care if the color is not okay. The color is something that I'm gonna start just building up, just little by little, just adding some red, some green. But right now I have the volume. I mean, it's not ready yet, of course. I need to work on top of this a lot. Okay, now let's draw. I'm gonna mix black, alizarin crimson, yellow. If you have burnt umber, you can use burnt umber because that's what I'm trying to get when I mix this. It's like a neutral brown, darker brown. Okay, that's enough. Now let's draw. Okay, for drawing, of course, I gotta be thinking on the center line of the face, the line for the eyes, the mouth, the nose. Always thinking about that because that's the principle of the proportion of the face, the structure of the face. Okay, now let's see. Let's draw a little bit. I mean, I don't want to make details with this drawing. I'm using this brush like a pencil. See, I draw a little bit in this eye, and then I move to this eye. A little bit here. Eyebrows. Okay. Now I'm gonna move to the nose. When I move to the nose, I'm trying to keep special attention to the distance from the bottom of the nose. Let's say it's gonna be here. And this triangle that is here between the corner of the eyes and the middle of the nose. Okay? I'm trying to keep special attention to that. If I see this triangle in the image and in my painting the triangle is kind of like this, that means something is wrong, obviously. Okay? At the same time, if this is too short, I can tell that the distance is not okay. Okay. I'm trying visually to trace a line from, let's say here, to, let's say here. Even you can do this, you put this, your brush on the image from the nose to the corner of the eye and you move to the painting. Okay? If you have that right, that's gonna help you a lot. Did you hear the music? There's some people just playing music on the street. Okay. Once you have this, let's say from here to here, okay, you just move this measure down here and you're gonna have the chin. Okay, from there it's gonna be like moving maybe up or down a little bit, but we gotta start thinking about this. I mean, we gotta think about proportions and at the same time just, I mean, copying her proportions, but keeping the canon to, in order to keep the proportions right. Okay, now the mouth. Okay, where are you going to find the mouth? From the bottom of the nose to the bottom of the chin in the middle, that's going to be for the bottom of the lower lip. Okay, that means that you put the mouth on top of this. Okay, in sketching right now, I have a face, any face. I am trying to keep the proportions of this face. Okay, of course I'm trying to see if this triangle corresponds to the same triangle on the picture. Okay. Okay. Now let's go again to the eyes. I go like this: eyes, nose, mouth, and I go up to the eyes again. Because now I have a face. I have something that I can work on top of this. Okay. Now the mouth. Okay, where are you going to find the mouth? From the bottom of the nose to the bottom of the chin in the middle, that's going to be for the bottom of the lower lip. Okay, that means that you put the mouth on top of this. Okay, Okay, let's see. Again, trying to see the distance from the eyes, trying to measure this. Let's say I'm trying to move this measure like this. Okay. Okay, kind of difficult. Then one thing that I do, I'm trying to see a square here. That's gonna be easier, I think. See a square here. Okay. Now the mouth. No, the eyes. I gotta go back to the eyes. Again. Now let's see. I'm stepping back. Okay, let's see. I'm stepping back and squinting my eyes. I'm gonna pick up another brush. And I'm gonna mix a darker color than this skin color, okay? Not darker like this one, just a little bit darker. Okay. Now, squinting my eyes. I gotta see, I'm gonna look for darks on the face. Obviously, there's some dark here. Okay, this is not dark enough. I need to make it a little bit darker. Okay, again, there's some dark here, here, here. Okay. Nostril, nostril, mouth here, and a triangle that I see here, this area, this shadow here. Okay. What else? This. I am keeping my eyes squinted and trying to copy this and this. Okay. Trying to see the shape of this. It's kind of rectangle. Okay. Now I'm going to adjust this. Erase some lines, some marks that I did with the brush. Check out always the center line of the face. Always. I don't want the nose to be off, a little bit to the right or to the left, or the mouth. Okay. But pay special attention to this area, okay? Nose and eyes. If the nose and the eyes are okay, if the mouth is a little bit off, that's gonna be easier to correct. Okay, I gotta light up the color even more. Okay, I'm gonna read the question, the comments. Okay, I saw a recent interview where she talked about her paintings. Oh wow, I didn't know that she paints. Okay. Have you ever painted baby faces? Uh, but not in my channel, but I mean yes, I have painted, but not in the channel. I think I will do it. Hello Maggie, hello Invictus. Okay. What are you painting on paper? No, this is canvas. Okay, let's draw again. Let's continue painting. I'm gonna add more white here, a little bit of red, making this a little bit lighter and pinky. Let's see. Okay. More white, more light here. Okay, a common mistake is just pick up this color and put it everywhere. Okay, I mean, there is no way that this light is gonna be here or here. It's gonna have the same intensity all over the face. Okay, there is always let's call it a focal point. I mean, it's not a focal point. I mean, usually it's just where the light is hitting, and usually is always from up, from the right or the left, and usually the forehead has more light, one of the cheeks, and of course the nose. Okay, let's draw the face again. I'm gonna pick up this color here from another brush, synthetic brush number 0. Okay, I need more paint. Okay, that's enough. Again, I'm gonna draw again. Let's see. Every time that I paint a little bit, I have something that, I mean, is like I'm thinking that a new start. Yes, but I already have something, and I'm gonna just make some corrections or draw on top of this. Okay, my first approach to the drawing is just like making a sketch. Remember, I'm just doing something like this, like using a pencil. Right now, I'm trying to be more precise because obviously I know that the eye is going to be here and the other eye is going to be here. It's just about find the right position for the iris. I mean, how am I gonna find the right position? There's no way, there's no formula. I gotta just go and do and paint an eye with the iris. Okay, and if it's not right, it doesn't matter. Watch the image, try to copy the image, at the same time watch this carefully and try to get a well proportioned face, like it was any face with the right proportions. Now I have more, I can compare more. Yes. Now that you see this, even you that you're watching me, you can, maybe you can tell, oh my God, this eye is off. But that's why I have more information here, and then we are able to know that when something is off, and that's happening little by little, and that happened to me too. I mean, every time that I move from the eyes to the nose, and just let's say it's like a stage, one stage, second stage, and then when I finish with the mouth and the chin, I go back again, up again. It's just for me like watching a new portrait and make corrections on top of that. Okay, let's see. More red. I'm gonna go on the nose again. Now the mouth again. For the mouth, remember, pay attention to the corner of the mouth. I mean, if you follow the rule of proportions, the corner of the mouth, you trace a line from the iris here, this area, down. You're gonna find the corner of the mouth. Okay, like this. But that's, I mean, that's the can. That's not gonna be perfect all the time. That helps, but this change because people have bigger mouth or a smaller mouth, and that change. Okay, let's see. Now I'm trying to see the overall shape. I'm trying to see the distance from here. For here, calculate the distance. Let's say this. Okay. Now that I have placed here, obviously, if I put this here, I know that the space is too short. If I put this here, I know it's too large. Okay? I mean, the distance, the height is too much. Now I'm trying to find just some distance that's kind of okay. I can see all this area if I want more help. All this shape, it's gonna help me too. Okay. Now the overall shape. It's like when we start, I mean, we go with details. No, we see the overall shape first, and then what is inside. Okay, when we continue with the overall shape, we start moving the things that are inside of this area, the features. Okay, I mean the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. That's gonna be for here the same. What I do, I see the overall shape of the mouth, and then to see what is inside, let's say that's gonna be this. Yeah. Okay. The upper lip is gonna be always a little bit darker, and the lower lip a little bit lighter. Okay. I can tell that I have the likeness, of course not. Just building up something just step by step. Okay, right now I know, I mean, maybe common mistakes that I used to like make all the time. One common mistake that I know is I used to make the eyes bigger. I mean, used to paint bigger eyes. You gotta know your mistake in order to prevent what's gonna happen. Sometimes we have a common mistake, we keep repeating that. This thing about making bigger eyes is just like maybe for the 80% of us, maybe more. We pay always extra attention to the eyes, and as a result, we end up painting bigger eyes. Okay, I mean, for me is I'm painting a lot of portraits. I've been painting for so many years, and I thought that I had that under control about painting bigger eyes. And maybe I don't know, a year ago maybe I was painting and I was with some friends, just making jokes, laughing. More than a year, of course, before the pandemic, and painting. And when I finished, kind of finished, when I stopped the session because I was just here in my studio with my friends, I realized and the portrait had big eyes. I realized if I got distracted, that thing is just it's gonna come out. Yes, and I know that, and I try to prevent that mistake all the time. let's blend a little bit. Okay, now I blend for two reasons. I mean, obviously, when we blend, we want a soft surface. Is we want we like this style. Let's say, and for me is one of that reason. The other reason is like when I blend, at the same time I can try to kind of soft everything. Not because I want the brushes just to disappear, the brush strokes. I just it's like I want to kind of unfocus or blur the whole painting. Okay, in this way I squint my eyes watching the image, watching the photograph. I do the same watching the painting and compare. Okay, I can tell that this eye is off. This kind of is kind of going too much to the right, or maybe this one is off, or maybe it's the nose. Okay, I keep checking the center line of the face, the line for the eyes. I keep squinting my eyes. I'm so tired to tell that I keep squinting my eyes, but that's what I do all the time, and that's something that we have to do. Now, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna draw again. What I gotta pay attention always, keep this triangle here, okay? See that? Try to see, I mean, try really hard to see these angles. If you're not able to see it, if you're not able to try to measure, visually measure, pick up a brush, put it in front, on top of the image, and move it here. Okay, the same here. Move it. And this way you're gonna keep this from the center of the nose, the bottom of the nose. You're gonna keep this angle and this angle. That's gonna help you a lot. Okay, now let's draw again. Let me see. Okay. As you can see, this is not precise. I mean, it's not really. I'm not trying to make really precise brush strokes. Okay, now, okay, I'm trying to see this, the angle, the alignment of the eyes. Okay, step back. Looks like a model, any model in the world, but it doesn't look like her. Okay. Hello, Simus. Hello, Fatih. Hello, Marcelo. Mr. Herb Jones. Okay, thank you. Hello, Anna. Hello, Manuel. Okay. Okay, stepping back, trying to see the portrait from a distance. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. I can tell right now that this angle is not right. Okay. The angle here is not right. One thing. Maybe the width of the nose is not right. Okay. The forehead, I think there's something wrong here too. I think I got the mouth. But I think obviously the upper lip should be a little thinner. It's too thick. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, now I'm gonna continue on the eyes a little bit. Now I'm pretty sure that you're watching the same that I mean the same mistakes. Yes, because right now, of course, is because you see more. Yes, it's easier to say to tell that what is off. But I mean, it's not about. I mean, you heard me saying that I see that this is not good. The angle is not okay here. Maybe the forehead. You didn't see me just going to fix this, okay? I just trying and continue following my own rules. The eyes, the nose, the mouth, up and down. I don't finish up one eye and then I move to the other. No. Okay? I try to avoid as much as possible to get caught up in one area. I don't want that. Okay, I need to make this a little bit darker. Okay. A little bit darker here. It's too reddish, a little bit of blue and yellow. I'm gonna make this a little bit darker. And what I'm doing right now, I'm thinking about these dark areas, and I wanna make these areas darker. Just, I mean, this just because I just wanna get the eyes right. No, I need to. I do that. I step back. I squint down my eyes, and I compare. When you squint your eyes, what's happening is you see. It's like you don't see all the values. you kind of see just the darks and the lights, and the midtones kind of disappear. And then when I do that, it's easier for me to compare, use these darks to compare with the photograph. Okay. Moving this shadow of the nose a little bit more to the right. Okay. Okay, now let's work on the nostrils. For the nostrils, I add more red and yellow. I don't want this dark. I just want like a, let's say burnt between burnt sienna and burnt umber. Okay, okay, okay. Just stepping back and trying to compare, trying to look for mistakes. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. Let's work on the nose. Okay, one nostril here, the other nostril here. Okay. Now the mouth. Let's reduce the upper lip. Let's make it smaller. I think that's gonna be okay. Okay. Now let's fix this area of the face. Oh, it's gonna be maybe here. Let's see, I have this here. Okay, now let's add some color. This is not right yet, but I mean, I cannot stop. I cannot stop just trying to fix, like I said, one area in particular, and I gotta move. I gotta move to working here and there. It's like just for me, it's just like moving some pieces just one step at a time. My advice for you that would be do the same. It doesn't matter if you have traced or the drawing or projected or whatever technique that you have used for drawing. Sometimes when we do that, we trace, we relied on that too much, we paint, and we spend a lot of time in just one eye. We try to finish up this eye, then move to the other eye, then move to the nose. Sometimes, okay, not, I mean, not it's not always. And then at the end, when something is off, then we have problems. But if we have traced the drawing, and we go just all over the painting, just little by little, just painting, and always paying attention to the proportions, to everything of I'm doing right now. I mean, they have more options, more chances to not messed up the drawing. Okay, let's add a little bit of color. First, some reds on the face. You already know this, yes? If you've been watching my channel, you already know where are the reddish areas on the face. It's always the same. I mean, you can just exaggerate this or make it a really subtle, but it's gonna be always here. This is gonna be subtle, okay? Obviously here you're gonna see more pinky or reddish. The nose. And the chin. Okay, depending on the person, you can maybe make it no reddish, maybe add a little bit of yellow and make it a little bit warmer. Okay, at the same time, remember that we can split the face in 3 portions and make this portion, I mean this portion a little bit yellowish, This a little bit reddish, and this a little bit grayish or greenish or cool. I mean, between, let's say this area is going to be warmer, this area is going to be a little cool. More white and yellow. Hello, Mary. Hello, Lori. Mervat, for instance, this is this a base color, like base of burnt cinnamon brown? No, no, no. What happened is one thing. I mean, sometimes I start with more colors at the beginning. I just put light shadows and I start adding the reds and greens, and you're gonna see a more colorful skin at the very beginning. I mean, in the first maybe 20 minutes. Yes, but I mean, in this occasion, I don't have, for me, I don't have too much information. I mean, from information for me, I mean, it's values, it's darks, midtones. And when I'm facing when I'm about to paint an image that doesn't have too much contrast, I prefer just not to think about color at the beginning. That's what I did. I mean, to see the face is just like one color. And just pay attention first, values, and second, the proportion of the face and the likeness. Okay, and when I get this kind of close, no, like really, really, I mean, perfect kind of close, I move to the colors, and that's what I did now. I did just a minute ago. I mean, I added some reddish. I can add some. Now it's up to you. This you can use add gray, green, blue. I mean, let's add. The common option is gonna always gonna be uh, green. So it change. It depends on the skin color. Depends on what you want. Let me add another color here. This is chrome yellow hue. It's more intense yellow. Okay, Lori. I'm gonna read a comment. Lori is saying I've been painting Michelle Pfeiffer a lot in the past year, but rather than using a traditional canvas, I've been doing all of mine via digital tablet. Oh yes, yes, yes. I had that. I know. That's amazing. Yes, using a digital tablet. Thank you, Donald. Thank you, Sam. Sam. Okay, let's continue. Where I was? Oh, I was about what green? Blue, blue. Yes, green. Let's see. There is some green here. Really subtle, okay? Now I'm mixing green here, but I know obviously I have paint here. It's wet. I've been adding more and more paint, and I know that this green is gonna get mixed here, and it's kind of disappear into these colors. Okay, this is subtle, okay, really subtle. if you're planning maybe painting with really bold brush strokes, making something really expressive, then you can maybe exaggerate the colors, make some area more warmer, cooler, add to these greens, orange. Mm-hmm. Okay. This work here on the nose a little bit. I need to make a shadow here. Every time that you work on the nose, you gotta add more saturation, more chroma. That means the nose is gonna be a little bit reddish or orangey. Like I said, it depends on your painting. Okay. I'm checking out. I think the width of the face is not okay. Yes, I'm pretty sure I have to move this. The angle of this have to be like this. Okay, that's one mistake. Here, this, the space from here to here is too short. I gotta make it this bigger. Okay, are you sure about that? Maybe I have to move the mouth up. I don't know. You know? Kind of difficult to say. Okay. Okay, I'm just thinking what is gonna be my next move. What I'm going to correct first. I think it's gonna be this. Okay, move that. I have to move this to the light. Okay, it's better. Yes. Okay, the mouth looks like maybe it's off. It could be off. Okay, let's work here. Okay. Okay, now let's see this area here. let's add more red here, a little bit of yellow. Okay, I'm fixing that area. I think that's better. Not perfect, but that's better. Okay. I mean, I'm not saying that all the corrections I'm doing are perfect. Like half of the time I correct something and I gotta go back and forth. I just have to, like, it's like just pressing control C, control yes, and going back. I think it's like doing nothing because I make a correction, and I gotta just put it back. Okay. Now step back, check out, compare, and I gotta say that, I mean, now there is a face that is starting just kind of look like Michelle Pfeiffer. You know that is, I mean, there is something wrong here. Yes, I know. The lower lip is maybe too thick. Yes, I know. Okay. The eyes, obviously, this eyes kind of sleepy. Even that this is not too much detail, I can tell that. Okay. Okay, let's continue this. I want to work on the mouth because, and I mean, I know that I have to correct this, but my way to, let's say, to prepare me to draw again is just blend. I blend, and at the same time it's kind of unfocus or kind of erase these two. Okay. You know, it's not just about blending. It's not just about making this soft. Now what I see, I see that I have to move the eyebrow more to close to the nose here. I'll make this a little bit darker. Okay. I'm not gonna fix that yet. I'm just like taking notes about what is wrong. Okay. I can see, I feel that the face is, the width is kind of different. It's like a younger, a little fat version of hair. But I mean, the likeness is not, it's not there yet. I'm getting close. Okay. Compare a lot. I mean, you know that the knowledge about proportions and all of these things about the face, the proportion, the structure of the face, is helping me to keep the eyes, the nose, and the mouth at the right position. I mean, speaking about proportion, not likeness. I mean, now comparing, just keeping watching the image, that's gonna bring me the likeness and, of course, values. If the values are wrong, possibly the likeness is gonna be wrong. no, it's not gonna be there. Values are really important for the likeness. Why I say that? Because I mean, value. If I make, let's say, I make this, I add shadow here. That's value. Shadow here, and more. I make a highlight here. I make this round. I'm changing the form of the face. What means I'm changing the likeness. Okay, and it's just one area. I'm not changing the position of the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. I'm just changing here. And what if I make a highlight here, and I make her forehead like a sphere? I'm changing the likeness, and that's value. Okay, that's changing the values. Okay, working on the eyes again. Can you hear kids? Babies crying? That's my neighbors. There's always a lot of noise in my streamings. You know, I paint in a really small, really tiny room that I used to keep just this space to keep my paintings, and and I'm using this little space in. I mean, right now because I thought it was really good for me. It was gonna be really good for kind of blocking all the noise from outside. It's not working at all. And at the same time, I mean, I have to close the door, and I mean, I'm breathing here, linseed oil, turpentine, all of that. I mean, I don't close it, I don't fully close the door. I just leave the door a little bit open because I need to breathe. Because this little room it doesn't have any window. It's like I mean, this is perfect, but I don't know what to do, what else to do. Okay, let's continue painting. I'm working on the eyes again, checking out the eyes again. One eye, okay, even at this stage, like I think I'm getting close little by little. I don't stay too much in one eye, okay? I work a little bit here, and I'm gonna move to the other eye, and then to the nose and mouth. Okay, for me, moving from the eyes to the mouth, that's my way to keep like the features just under control, to prevent my features to move. I mean the eyes, yes, that's the nose. is because I mean every time that we paint, the paints moves a little bit every time. One brush strokes like here. We add a brush strokes and we start moving things and kind of pushing the shadow a little bit up. And that's moving this area. And then here, and that's why I jump from one to the other eye, step back, check out, and go back to this eye. Let's say to fix here because I just have moved this, and I gotta just put it back. Okay, I think it's okay. Kind of close. Okay, some shadow here, some shadow here. More shadow here. Okay. Now the nose. Now I'm gonna see this area here because it doesn't look right. I mean, it's like it's not looking right. It's not looking right now. I mean, now it's been wrong like for like in for the last 20 minutes. That for me it wasn't the time for correct that. Now is the time for correcting this. Okay, one advice about making corrections. Okay, every time that you see a mistake, just take note of that. Don't go right away to correct it. Okay, unless you discover that maybe there is something really noticeable that it's a terrible like one eye is really off. In that case, yeah, that would be different. But I mean, I see mistakes, I just take note, and I continue working. Okay, and then when I'm getting close to the form, to everything, I start just fixing here, fixing there. And if at the same time you're gonna get a critique, listen the critique, and don't go right away to fix it. Okay. Even if you see that maybe the critique is good and just you just need to fix that, don't do it right away. I mean, think a little bit, continue working. I'm saying that because I mean I remember one of my students a year ago. It was a year and a half. She was working. I mean, really fine. I mean, she was working like everybody else. And because I used to, I was teaching in one of my friends. One of my friends, she has a huge house. She kind of give lessons of everything: piano, dance, theater, painting, sculpture. And I remember one of my students. It was just she was kind of really secure about herself, doing what she want. And just one day, her husband came by. He was just there like 20 minutes. He was. I mean, I remember. I get out from the classroom. I came back, and she changed her painting a lot. And I said, wait, what happened? And oh, my husband told me that the color is not, it's not okay. Okay, I said, okay. And then, and then, uh, and then I saw her husband telling her, okay, you gotta change this color too. This color is not right. And she was right away changing the color. And then this, and then the other thing, and then the other color. Okay. And uh, I don't know. I didn't know what to say exactly. I told her. I mean, you don't have to follow any critique. Is stop, think, see if the critique is okay, and then make a change if you want. Okay. And she was just okay, okay, okay. But the next 5 minutes, again. And I remember there was one student, a woman, like she was really funny, and she was, I mean, really, I don't know how to say it, brave, maybe. And she told, I mean, the other woman, I mean, to her husband, like, oh, stop making critiques, okay? I mean, you know how to paint, and this the husband was like, no, I don't know. And then what do you make? What do you think that you have the right to make so many critiques? Was so funny because the guy just was kind of, oh my god, and he was freezed. He didn't know what to say, and we were like, there were like 10 people there. Okay, let's continue. Can you hear my neighbors? Can you hear my dog? Okay. Okay, let's continue. Okay, stepping back, let me check out. Okay. Now at the end, to finish the story, I gotta say that, I mean, this guy, I mean, obviously he didn't know, he didn't paint, but I mean, I gotta say that one of maybe 10 critics or 4 critics, one of those critics was okay, was alright. Okay, because I mean, you don't need to be an expert, a painter even, to critique a painting. There are some people they just paint a little bit, but they have really a good eye for critique. But that wasn't the idea. No? The problem for Harry was like her husband was like, okay, change this, and she was, oh my god, yes, you're right. Was And at the end, I mean, this guy, he could have maybe a good eye for critique, but it's not about just one mistake. It's just about that we kind of have an order. Yes, we were building something step by step, and she was just really careful building up that. And then when he came and started to critique, it's like everything just was so. It's like somebody just breaking an order and creating chaos. That's even that some of his critics was okay. Yes. Okay, let's continue. Mm, Okay, now I'm gonna stop the drawing a little bit. I'm gonna add some color. Let's start with the eyes. Need to put the blue on her eyes. Let's add the highlight. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna read the comments. Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, okay, thank you, Nikki. What kind of lighting do you use? I have fluorescent. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if the word is okay. Some big white tubes. I have like three, four, five, six tubes here. Nadia Upal, hi Renzo. Did you get my messages? No, no, I didn't. Or I did. Don't remember. Sorry. I'm gonna check out as soon as I finish the dive stream. Okay. I don't remember Nadia. Sorry. Okay. Stepping back. Okay. Now let's work on the nose. I think kind of I have the eyes, but not perfect, but kind of close. Yes. I can tell that I need to maybe to move this a little bit to the right. Maybe it's the hair. Okay, let's work on the nose. looking for a small brush for blending. Okay, I'm planning to put highlights here. I have this brush is number 0000. It's just like my big old brushes. It's kind of ruined. You see the hair. Sí. Con efectivo. ¿Ya pediste? Comida china para mí. ¿Cuánto es? ¿Cuánto es? ¿De dónde? Oye, toma. 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 Sorry, it's my daughter. I don't say anything because she speaks a little bit of English. Okay, that's my daughter just asking me for to pay the delivery, to pay the lunch. Okay, okay. More light, a little more light. Yes, light. Okay. Again, I'm gonna just step back. Okay, just stepping back, thinking. Let's see. I mean, there's some something that I gotta fix here. I mean, but if you see the image, this is really dark. This nostril. Definitely. I mean, I don't want to get that dark this nostril, but I gotta get close. Let's leave it there for now. Let's move to the mouth. Okay, let's work on the mouth. More red, camion red, and alizarin crimson here to make the upper lip Let's see the shape. I think I have the shape right. I just gotta pay attention to this area here. Okay, and okay. I'm blending here and I'm moving the lower lip more to the right. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna add a lot of alizarin crimson to this dark color. And I need to make this shadow here. Let's see this. Let's add some light here. Some reflected light, sorry. Let's see. Okay, I'm checking out here and there, everything. I have to move the highlight more to the right. Yes. Or maybe it's the shadow more to the left. Okay, I think the mouth is okay. I need some reflected light here and here. Okay, I need some highlights. Okay. Okay. I need to add more shadow here. Make this a little bit darker. Make this area a little bit darker, because you see in the image there is a shadow here, and I don't have the shadow here. There is always a little bit of shadow in this, I mean, here. Okay. Okay, let's make this area a little bit darker. I'm just gonna use this color, it's brown. Let's mix a lizard crimson and copper blue, a touch of white. Okay, more. Again, a lizard crimson, copper blue, a touch of white. Shadow here. Okay, I'm gonna use this color here to the shadow. Okay, and I see a reflected light here. Let me think. A little bit of yellow and blue. Let's paint the hair. Okay, when when you're about to paint this color, this don't go with yellow ochre. Add a little bit of blue. Okay, make this color a little bit greenish, just a little bit. gonna make this a little bit darker. Let's see, and let's blend this. And let's blend the shadow. Shadow here. Okay, now I need to add more lights. Okay, let's read the comments. Thank you, Eve. Nikki, I need to go back and practice more and more noses. In the Amy portrait, her nose is so perfect. This one too. I see the importance. Yes, right, Nikki. My 7-year-old daughter asking your full name, and she said, "Right, so did so quickly," and I don't. Okay. But I think if you higher the midline of the mouth a bit up, everything will be fine. Okay, thank you, Mervat. Gonna check out on that. Uh, Kirath, he says there's allergy. Okay, I really wanna create some good portrait. Could you please do one with acrylic? Oh yes, yes, I'm planning to do with acrylic. It's just like I mean, for me, oils paints are easy to control than acrylics. But definitely I'm gonna paint more acrylics portraits and with pastel too. I mean, and I think what else? I mean, watercolor. I have to paint some watercolors. Watercolor, dilutable. I mean, I haven't tried that one. Nikki, would you want to send this one to me? I just think she's going to turn out perfect. Oh, that would be yes, perfect, Nikki. Of course. Of course, thank you so much. Then I'm gonna just keep this one for you. Okay, thank you so much for the support, Nikki. Now I'm gonna add more light. And always when the lighting is like this, like the image, is always let's say cool light. Cool light is has some blue, white, and is mixed with the skin color. Okay. Now you can do that. If you notice that you're gonna realize that the color is really close, or you can just add yellow with white. I mean white with a little bit of yellow and make the highlight these lights a little bit warmer. It's up to you. I mean, one option or the other option. I mean, it's not gonna affect too much the painting. Or you can just add white. If you want white, it's gonna cool down the color here, and it's gonna represent the same way. I mean, it's cool highlights. check out. I think I have to reduce the size of her eyes a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. I think maybe it's just the shadow here, because now that I added more light here, kind of I see these shadows a little bit darker. And I have to add some reddish here. Because remember, the reddish areas of the face, forehead, upper and lower eyelid, nose, cheeks, and chin. I think I didn't mention when I said this at the beginning of the video. I didn't mention the upper and lower eyelid. Okay, again, I'm gonna add more pure white here. I'm trying to get to this, the light in the image, the light in the photograph. Now, then you have three options, like I said. Pure white, white with a little bit of blue, a little bit, I mean, a little bit. In this, speaking about the same conditions, like wet on wet, the paint. That means that this light blue, really light blue, is gonna get mixed with the skin color. If you don't see this kind of bluish color. Or you can add just pure white or white with a little bit of yellow to make this warmer. It's up to you. It depends what you want. You're always controlling. Right now I feel I added too much white. You can see. I gotta go back to this color here. This is just back and forth. This is normal, okay? If this happens to you, and I have seen this happen to some people that they work on that some area and they kind of like something like I did. I changed this too much, and they say, "Oh my God, I'm doing something wrong. I don't know how to paint." It takes time to understand that it doesn't matter how much experience you have. It's always gonna be back and forth. It's always gonna be this like one brush strokes kind of fix the previous brush strokes, or just ruined the previous brush strokes. And we gotta just be aware of that and be prepared if something is wrong, just to pick up more paint and correct again. That's normal. Okay, I think that's better now. A little bit of light here. Okay. Okay, I think I got the forehead kind of close. Speaking about the color, yes. And the volume. Okay, the idea, remember, is not to get rid of the first layers. I can see some, this area, it definitely doesn't have too much paint. It's from the first mixture that I did. Okay. I'm planning to put more paint, but definitely those colors helps, since everything is wet. Everything is kind of mixing one color with one layer with the layer on top of that layer. That happens. That's common. The only way that you can let's say try to no mix this is just pick up more paint, lay down the brush stroke, and don't move it. Okay. Now, if when we blend, there is another thing that we have to consider. Maybe sometimes we're gonna end up with milky colors, with a really opaque paint, opaque painting, and for that, my advice that would be add some glazes. Okay, with adding some glazes, you fix that in just 5 minutes. I mean, you can always add more paint and more paint if you want to just fix it at the moment, like wet on wet. It's just about adding more paint with more color, more saturation. I gotta take this call, just 1 minute, okay? ¿Aló? Sí, sí. Ah, ya, terminando, salgo y... Uy, ¿qué pasó? Oh, ok. Dita, ya, ok, está bien. Nada de dulces, nada de helado. Ok, ok, chao, chao, ok, chao. Sorry about that. Okay, now I'm working on uh, obviously volume and adding more light. Okay, making this area more spherical. Now here, just little by little. If you can notice, I don't press the brush hard. I just kind of laying down the paint. You see there. When I move the brush, it get mixed. Yes, but like I'm adding more and more paint, I keep this value light. Okay, and when I blend, I go really soft. Okay, let's change the color for this area. Now remember the volume in this area. There is always a light here, like this. But it's always like this at the diagonal light, like this. Here and here too. Okay. Okay, I have to work with this color. Looks kind of greenish here. I mean, you know that it's not the color here. It's the color here. It changed because remember everything is wet. Yes, and at the same time because if I have this reddish and this reddish I cannot have this reddish too. I mean, if it's gonna be everything reddish, that's we're not gonna see those reddish areas on the face because everything is gonna be red. And at the same time, it's not gonna be like red and green. We need to control that. I mean, if I see that this is too green, too greenish, I'm gonna add some skin color, some like or this pink here, and try to adjust the color. In fact, I think I'm gonna do that right now. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna read the comments. Okay. Okay. I don't know where it. Okay. Thank you, Sherry. Bam pot. How do you use mediums properly? I have linseed oil, but I don't know how I use it. Okay. Uh, it depends on your oil paint, and it depends if you want to apply thick paint or thin paint. Yes, and if of course, if I want this to be really soft, I could use a little bit of linseed oil, okay, to make the layers to thin the layers, okay. But if obviously I'm planning to add a lot of paint, yes, and I mean that's the common advice. Okay, in my case, I don't use too much medium. Not even when I blend a lot, not even when I apply a lot of paint. It's the same. I try to just use pure paint, but uh, I had, I remember like a few years ago, I bought this white from Rembrandt titanium white, and it was so thick, the paint, that was impossible to add this that paint without medium. Okay, and I have to add always a little bit of medium to add this titanium white. In this case, I use Winton from Winsor & Newton, and it works perfectly without any medium. Okay, the other reason is your canvas. Sometimes the canvas is so bad that the paint kind of it doesn't run over the canvas. It's kind of sticky, and that's because the canvas is just sucking out all the oil from the paint. In that case, you need to add linseed oil. Linseed oil. I mean, I use linseed oil and turpentine 50-50. There are some people that use medium. Medium is here we call it that medium. It is linseed oil, turpentine, and varnish. And there are some people that use liquid. That's okay. You can use any of those. Let's say that one reason is gonna be just because you want or don't want, and the other reason is gonna be because you need to when your canvas is not right, when your canvas is sucking the oil from the paint. And that's so common. I mean, we have to consider always that because this is so common. That's why a lot of people they used to buy gesso and add a layer of gesso or gesso. I don't know how to say to the to their canvases. I mean, It's always they don't, I mean, I have heard about that a lot. A lot of people they just go to another store, they buy a canvas, they go home and they apply an extra layer of gesso. And the one problem is, I mean, here in my country, I mean, people used to buy cheap materials. That's normal. We don't want to spend a lot of money on materials. And when you're about to study art, usually the teacher is going to tell you, okay, buy this because you're practicing. Yes. And I remember when I was teaching, I mean, a lot of students, they bought canvases from the store, really cheap canvases. And all of them, they were just facing a lot of problems because they couldn't paint. I mean, they were, I mean, even some of them was, oh my God, painting with oils is so difficult. And I said, how is that so difficult? Yes, look at my painting. I cannot move the oil. It's so sticky. And I said, that's I mean, that's because your canvas. I mean, it's not the oil paint. It's not like that. They thought some of them that was for the. I mean, they for the first time they were painting and they thought that that was normal. That the oil paint was like that, so sticky, so difficult to move on the canvas. Nikki saying that she needs a few of my paintings in her art studio for inspiration. Yeah, Nikki. Okay. Thank you. I'm scrolling up and scrolling down a little bit fast. What are you doing with paintings after painting? Okay. Alright, so have you ever made a study of the Mona Lisa? I bet that would be the best study ever. Okay. To be honest, I haven't studied. Uh, and I always have in my plans to study Rembrandt, and I don't have the time. And the process is just too. I mean, it's a long process. It's really a long process. Now I'm adding a little bit of medium because I'm gonna paint a little bit of the background, and I want the painting to be runny. But this is an option that I usually do because in my case I'm here painting a live streaming and I want just to paint faster. You know, I'm here kind of against the clock, and every time that I paint the background I add medium just to go faster. And for the hair too, sometimes I add medium. And this thing about adding medium, I mean linseed oil. Let's say linseed oil. I mean you can add pure linseed oil. You can add linseed oil with turpentine and with varnish. But you gotta consider so many things. For example, here, if I want this dark to be really dark, I'm not gonna use medium with this color because medium that means that I'm gonna make this thin, and I'm not gonna get this dark if the painting is thin. Okay, and it's the same with the highlights. If you add a lot of linseed oil to add the highlights, I mean, you're not gonna get like a really light. That I mean, you don't won't have the intensity in the highlights. They're gonna be kind of transparent. Okay, I'm gonna see another question. Oh, okay. Okay. Monique is saying that she add many layers of extra gesso or gesso. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yes. Yeah. Now for the hair, remember I always uh, add a little bit of greenish color. What happened that you can add on top of this, let's say yellow ochreish or some orangey, and that's gonna work perfectly. I mean, be careful. I mean, don't go and add a lot of green. I mean, it's not like green. It's kind of a darker greenish color. I say greenish, but no, I'm not saying that just yellow and blue. Just be careful and always think that, I mean, every time that we paint hair or anything, we're gonna just have to adjust the colors again and again, go back and forth. I'm gonna pick up my old ruined brushes. Let me pick, I have a lot of brushes here. I just need a number 0 just to paint the hair. Okay, I think this is gonna work. Sometimes I do this with my fingers. I open the hair. Yes. And dip the brush in linseed oil. You see, kind of is more liquid the paint. And I use this for to this. Okay. Don't pressure too much. More paint. More medium. The color is okay. No. A little bit of red, yellow, more orangey. can do this too. Okay, that's the idea. Is there are some brushes, special brushes for this. I'm gonna buy one of those. I know, I mean, that there are some brushes, but I mean, I just prefer to use this always. I'm gonna pick up another brush, this darker color again. Hmm. I'm mixing blue. I'm mixing all. I mean, all the colors here. Here, if you have a burnt umber, that would be enough. But I'm not saying that you're gonna add burnt umber on top of just burnt umber. No, I used to do this. I prepare first the hair with. I mean, depending on the color of the hair, but I add this kind of greenish, darker greenish color, and on top of this, I can add this brownish kind of burnt umber, maybe burnt sienna. But burnt sienna is too orangey, but maybe for some areas, or maybe the color is okay. Okay, I'll be back working on the hair. I need to work on the face. I need to see more of the likeness yet. Mm, Okay. Okay, need to add more light here. Okay. Where is Dennis? Tell Dennis I'm about to add blue. Okay. Let's make her eyes more blue. Not. Okay, I gotta think. Here. Now I step back. I'm gonna look for. Okay. I have to go a little bit darker here. I have to work on the eyebrows. Okay, where is the nose? The nostril is too big. This one. Okay, more highlights to the lower lip. I like taking notes what I'm going to do. Okay, this first I'm gonna work in this area a little bit. There is a reflected light here, a little bit here. Okay. I add the paint. I'm gonna pick up another brush, really soft brush. This is another brush, number 00. Can you see the hair? Perfect, really soft. Perfect. Now, again here. Okay, and using this color, I'm trying to keep in this area with gray colors, kind of grayish, greenish, and at the same time there are some kind of violet color here because I added this color. Remember, I added this one to the shadow. Okay, this kind of combination between warm and cool colors here. Okay. I have this violet, kind of purple, huh? Between violet and purple because I added more blue and go to the purple side. Let me think. I need to make this a little bit darker. Can you see some kind of orangey color here on the hair here? More yellowish. Now for the highlights, you can add more like a light orangey, yellowish orangey color. Now I gotta go back and work on the eyes again. Now I'm going to zoom in the image I have here on my computer. Now I can just stay here in this eye for more time. I'm making this darker. Remember, don't go with this dark all the way to the tear duct, okay? Stop here, just here. And here is gonna be reddish. For painting this area, you gotta change the color. Okay. Okay, now the other eye. Making some eyelashes. Making this a little dark. I step back. Okay. Blend this, okay? I'm blending that a little bit. The pupil is always black. Okay, now red, and alizarin crimson and red. Okay, a cadmium red and alizarin crimson. Okay, and for this area here. Okay, now go back to this color, and I'm gonna paint his eyelashes here. Okay, I want to make this a little bit darker. Darker here, and the eyelashes. Okay. Getting close. Now blend. I don't want to leave any like black mark or line. I mean that's gonna add some uh, hard. It's gonna make the face look hard. I always trying to keep some softness on the face. And always blending. Don't make the eyebrows really sharp. That's another common mistake. We usually paint the brows really sharp. without pressuring the brush on the air. I got a little bit of orange here for this area. Okay, let's work on the nose. For the nose, I'm gonna add more color. Let's make the nose a little bit reddish. Okay, always softening. We have to soften all. I mean, don't leave sharp edges. Okay, and the nostril have to be always a little bit reddish, orangey here inside. If you add this a touch of red here or dark orange, it's gonna make look this nostril transparent. But if you add, let's say, a really dark here, and you make it really dark the nostril, like the image. You see the image you see is kind of really dark brown, almost black. If you just copy that, you're just gonna make the nose really. It's like a different material. I mean, try to think the face that is something soft. And I always make an example between painting. Oh my God, I don't remember the name. I don't remember the name. Oh, painting. Uh, no, I mean it's the difference between painting, let's say something really soft, and painting something really hard, like I don't know, plastic, metal. Sometimes when we add the highlights and I mean, I'm speaking about my own experience because I mean that happened to me so many times. I have to remember. I remember that sometimes I painted a face with really. I mean, I pay extra attention to everything. I make the problem that all my edges were really sharp, and with the highlight and sharp edges. I mean, at the end, the face. I remember so clearly the face looked like a mannequin or something like a doll, like a plastic doll. Really, I mean, I remember that so clearly, especially one painting, and it was about just to make all the edges hard, really sharp, and always about contrast, high contrast. I mean, at that time, nobody told me something like simple like this, like don't go dark on the nostril. That could have saved me a lot of problems. I usually, if I see an image that was dark, I went really dark with a lot of black. And I remember at the end, you could see like the likeness. But I'm speaking of when I was a student, you could see the likeness, but my faces look like plastic. I learned about that. I mean, I didn't learn that in the School of Art. My teacher never told me about that. But I learned that just by checking out paintings, going to the museum, and to be honest, taking a really close look at the paintings. I remember, I remember when I went to New York. I'm speaking about 15 years ago. No, no, more than 15, almost 18 years ago. I went to the Metropolitan Museum, and I remember I was watching the paintings, Rembrandt paintings, so close. And the guard that was there, he came to me and said, "Hey man, don't go, sir, don't see the paintings that close. I mean, you gotta respect the distance." And I said, "Okay, okay, okay." And I went to see more paintings, and I couldn't help myself just to stop. I had to get close to the paintings to see details, to try to see the colors. And for a second time, this guy, the guard, came to me and said, "Okay, this is my second warning. Yeah, please." Okay, and then I continue watching the museum, and then for the third time, I remember this guy told me, "Okay, this is the last time. One more time, and I'm gonna just throw you out for the museum." Like I said, "Okay, okay, okay, I'm not gonna get so close." Okay, okay, okay. Now I gotta be careful to not make hair older. That's another problem. Sometimes I continue working and working, and I start just making people older, looks older. Let's see this. More light here. More light here. Another thing, every time that we blend, I mean we let's say that you're gonna paint, like you're gonna try to get a soft surface, and you're planning to blend a lot. I mean, we're gonna add. That means that you're gonna add these light areas again and again, again and again, because every time that we blend, the lights just lose strength, and we gotta go over the lights again, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, okay, okay. be careful. I gotta be careful. Let me know, okay? Let me know, please, if she starts to look older. I'm gonna read the comments. Nikki, I wonder if anyone has told the celebrities to watch for their portraits. That would be really awesome. Eh? Thank you, Digital Mervat. That's what I call perfection. Thank you. Okay. If okay, thank you, thank you, Monique. Okay, bye. Good night, Eve. Thank you for being here. Nikki saying that. Remember making an alarm go off in the Seattle Museum of Art. Yes, same warning from a guard to me. Artists love to look close. Yes, yeah, we're gonna see details. We want to see details. We're gonna see like beneath the surface of the painting. Do you consider yourself as being mainly self-taught by keen observation? No, to be honest, no. I mean, the observation is something that we develop just by doing the same all the time because this is, I mean, and you imagine, I mean, being in front of, let's say, an apple. Paint an apple is means being in front of an apple for what, 8 hours, maybe, watching an apple. I mean, who watch an apple that long time? I mean, that's what we do. We observe things. We spend a lot of time observing. And for paint, when I was a student, I used to paint still life, and we have a week for each still life. That means something like 6 hours a day, each day for painting. Was a lot of observation. But what I consider that helps me a lot are the rules, color theory rules, value rules, all of that. I mean, I gotta say that but I don't have too much maybe of intuition or no. I mean, if maybe if I don't, if you take the rules away from me, I don't know. I mean, I think maybe I'm gonna feel lost. Yes, because I always thinking about the process. Like I'm being really careful all the time. Like right now, I'm trying to keep some grayish areas. I'm trying to keep this color here. When I add this pink, I was trying to keep not going to this area because in this area the color is kind of grayish. That's the first color that I added. The same here. Okay, I'm trying just to respect all the things about color. I'm saying that saturated colors just pop forward, and grayish or cool colors recede. Okay, now that's the rule. You're gonna follow the rule. You gotta respect that all the time. Every part of the portrait, you gotta be thinking. I'm painting this area. I'm mixing kind of a greenish grayish color here. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna add a little bit of this reddish color here on top of this one. A little bit up of this one. But I'm not mixing both. Okay. Now I'm gonna add this light here. And I think this light should be as bright as this one. I'm always comparing and thinking. And that's just, I mean, if I was kind of into just following intuition, or I wouldn't think about that. Okay, maybe that's too bright for that area. Yes, it's too bright. I gotta knock down the color. Okay, I knock down the color with this kind of brownish, orangey, dark color, because I wanna knock down, but I wanna keep it a little bit warm because I want this to pop forward a little bit. Okay, it's kind of exhausting doing this, always thinking about that. Yes, I mean, it's not like 100% of the time. I mean, it's not like this 3 hours process. I'm just doing that. Yes, I mean, I got distracted a lot. I got distracted a lot, a lot. I mean, if I don't speak maybe for the next 20 minutes, maybe I don't even thinking about the painting. I'm just watching the image and copy, watching the image and copy. This and making something kind of a mechanical process. But I push myself. I mean, to think, to say, okay, what are you doing here? Yes, this. The color is okay. It should be brighter. It should be darker. It should be duller. It should be lighter, darker, cooler, warmer. Yes, something like here. I'm just right now adding white for the highlights. Just that. I'm not thinking at all. Let's say I could add yellow with white. That means I'm thinking about temperature because this is warm. It's gonna be different just by that adding white. Okay, and what about if I add blue with white? I'm thinking about the same. Create contrast. This is cool. The lip is warm. Okay, the same. It's gonna create the same effect. Both of these highlights are gonna pop forward. One is gonna be because it's warm. The other one is gonna be because it's cool, and it's just contrast. Okay. When I don't think about this, I just go and add just white. That's because I see light, white. That's it. And I do that a lot of times. So I mean, it's like sometimes I just want to rest about thinking about every detail. I'm not gonna say that my brain is working 100% of the time. Okay. Now the same here. Now I say I'm gonna make this area more warmer or reddish. I'm gonna add a little bit of blue here around. Just a little bit of blue. If you don't know that I added this blue, maybe you're not gonna find it. Maybe you're not gonna see it. Okay, you're gonna see so close. Yes, you're gonna just see, and you're gonna think, what color is that? You're gonna think that this is the same color, but because you didn't know what I was thinking, you're not gonna be able to find out that. And that what happened with painters. If we don't know what the painter is thinking, we're not gonna be able to find out what is the process, the color process, the volume, all of that. Yes, I mean, I have heard so many painters telling that they work by intuition a lot. In my case, it's not like that. It's like, I mean, you're the ones that hear this in my Patreon account, you know that I try to even explain how pressure I put on my brush. I mean, all that explanation is because that's the things that I'm paying attention to. Okay, and how I change the color from one area to another area. Okay. I'm getting tired. It's almost 3 hours. Okay. I gotta go. I gotta go to it. Nikki, I'm gonna finish the hair tomorrow. Yeah, but I mean, but I'm not gonna make a video because I'm just gonna add some highlights, some brush strokes. Thing as I'm planning to go to the mayor. I was planning to go to the mayor tomorrow, but I don't know if it's still working because we were in a like a 4 days lockdown. Like we couldn't go out, just moving around the blocks to buy groceries, but everything was closed. Everything, and I don't know if everything is back to normal now. And maybe I will go to the mayor uh, in a couple of days. I hope because I have to send some paintings to Monique, some painting a painting to Mar. Okay. And to be honest, sometimes I go to the mayor and there are so many people sometimes because of this lockdowns. It's like people just need to do things and then they kind of do all at once because we were closed, we were at home. And if I see so many people on the mayor, I just go back to home. Sorry about that, but I mean, I don't wanna die yet. I wanna live forever. I need to add a glaze to the eyes because she has a really blue eyes, and I'm not gonna be able to get to get that blue with right now. It's just with a glaze that I'm gonna get the blue. Oh, okay. Mhm. Stepping back, just checking out the painting. Okay, I want to point out some mistakes that I see here in the wing of the nose. I gotta fix something here in this area, maybe a little bit of light here to narrow the nose. Okay, what else? Okay, the blue of the eyes, I mean, I need to add a glaze for that. Okay, the mouth, I think is okay. The shape is okay. The shape of the face. Okay, I don't know. I mean, right now I don't know. I mean, right now after 3 hours painting, 3 hours painting, kind of start skipping things, and I don't see more. Okay, I think it's okay. The shape of the face, yes, I think. I'm not. I cannot be so sure about that. Okay. I feel that I need to add more light here, even more, make this really shiny. Okay, and here too. Just that, I think. A little bit here. Too much light, I think. Maybe too much light. Okay, I need to light up this and this shadow too. Okay, Monique, Nikki, I'm gonna make some retouches, okay? I'm going to send you. I mean, they're gonna be not like too much, just the hair and some glazes for shadows and lights. I hope you like it. Okay, I'll read the comments. Oh yes, I see. You need to stop and rest. Love this so much. Thank you. Invoice me. Okay, Nikki, thank you so much. Okay, guys, thank you for being here with me. I think we gotta just. I have to just finish. Okay. Hi, Manuel Gutton said showered my cat today. He smells like a baby. Okay. Okay. What I'm gonna do when it gets dry, I'm gonna add some pinky glazes to the cheeks. Okay, I'm gonna make some dark areas on the hair. Okay, and I have to soften this. And what else? I think that's it. I think some highlights. The hair. I mean, definitely I have to work on the hair. I'm gonna clean out the background a little bit. And highlights to the hair. I mean, that's use. Oh, that's out of focus. Okay. Well, it's out of focus. You see, just my camera is just. I'm putting this here because my camera is out of focus, and I don't know how to put it back. Okay, the dog is calling me. Time to eat. And I'm going to add some, maybe I'm gonna add burnt sienna, some glazes to the hair. Oh, I see something right now. I gotta move this brow a little bit down. Mm-hmm. And I gotta make this a little bit darker. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much. Let me see the comments. Linda Owens, I make matte when I paint with oils. How you layer upon layer with your paints amazed me. Super job. Thank you. I learned a lot. Yes, I mean this. I think it's a matter of how to pressure you put on the brushes. If you go, let's say if you use uh, bristle brushes, that's gonna be difficult just to keep one layer just to cover the previous layer, because bristle brush is kind of difficult to go soft. You gotta use uh, saber brushes or synthetic brushes to go soft and to not mix all the colors together. Sometimes I want a mixed, I pressure more the brush. Sometimes I just want to lay down the paint, I pressure less the brush. I mean the brush against the canvas when I lay down the paint. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much, Nikki Svensson. Good night. Take care of you. See you tomorrow. Okay, bye. Take care.